Hey everybody, this is Max Farrell from Dex Fx Markets.com. In this segment of the TNT 5-minute signals, I want to really talk to you about the price of what you're going to pay to get the signal onto Nadex and what levels to kind of look at. There's so many pricing features in the process. Let's have a look, okay? As we go over, what I'm referring to as price is what the bid or offer side, depending on the direction, is made available to you. Just so you know that the bid and offer prices are not offered to you by Nadex, even though that they're on Nadex's system. These are other traders, or what we refer to as market makers, people that own big networks that have a lot of liquidity or money to be able to fulfill trades on the opposite side. Nadex has a lot of traders, retail traders like you and me, but they were having a hard time in the very beginning pitting those traders with each other because everybody was really frugal and didn't know how to offer contracts and all that stuff. So they have this really unique process of people that can fill these orders for us that, you know, they want to battle against us. That's okay. These numbers are very strategic though, so you have to keep that in mind. It's never really it's a very complicated algorithm on what they utilize on how to make these bid and offers available for us on winnings and losses. Now, even at the 5-minute, it all goes super fast. So if you see $31, you try to click on it, it's tough to actually get your price. In our case, when we do this, we use working orders to kind of get on, but you got to be quick. You got to be really, really fast here. We've already been into this for more than 3 minutes on the trade. But when this thing fires off, you got to be ready to strike while the iron is hot. The other thing is that don't settle. Don't settle for just, all right, well, it's got, all right, $19. I really wanted 25. If 25 makes your algorithm work, if 25 makes your time work, then stay with the 25. Remember, these fire off every 5 minutes. Don't sit and just don't settle. Right? Don't settle for something less than what it is. If you were doing your analysis and you didn't get there in time and now it's 22, say a few curse words and move on, right? That's it. Don't dwell on it. Don't make it hit. Now, how much should you go for? Well, there's a whole bunch of people who have a lot of different values, right? I always look at one particular thing. I look at success rate. I look at how well is my trade being successful in the system, because they're both based on a numerical value of 100, right? You know, if I buy this for $92, the other side of it's $8 because it all has to equal 100. So what I do is that I look at like the Euro JPY. I'll come up and I'll grab, you know, what is it doing over the last 100 trades? And it's doing 94%. So I know that I want to make at least $12 to $15 more on that. I always want to make double what the opposite is of my. I always want to win double of my losing percentage, right? So if that's 5.1, all right, losing percentage, I always want to make sure that I make more than $10. And the main reason is that that's my lowest amount for break even that I want to be able to get to, right? So if that's only $11, then I may even want to quadruple that and make $22. You see what I'm saying? So I try to create myself a formula so I can always trust that. So I don't let emotion get involved, because on 5 minutes, emotion can get involved. Let's look at this one here, Euro JPY, that just fired off. I'm going to jump over to it real quick, 45. It's got a lot of movement. Now, the other thing is that never make sure that you're jumping up, because we're on the buy. We don't want to jump up there just because there might be money on it, because that number is from what's in the middle. All right. You can look at the charts. You could do whatever to try to get into a trade, but there's a lot of movement happening on the market right now. So you might need to let it settle. Remember, being patient. That's the most important thing. Secondly, when you're grabbing a number, let's just look at something to this effect. When we're grabbing the number that we want and we're putting the working order on, the higher the number for profit, right? Like if I click on this and it has neither sale nor buy purchase yet, right? So if we're doing a buy and I have 1 and I have 75 in there on the buy, that's what I want to risk on a buy side. You see, if I click the sell, look what happens. That turns out to be what I wanted to make, see, on that side. So we got to use on the sell side 25 to get to that point. Now remember, $2 will be coming off of this process, right? $1 in, and if you win, $1 out. If you lose, you don't have to pay the extra dollar. You only have to pay $1. which is very nice of Nadex, right? Which means that they win $3 per trade every single time for Nadex, right? Either way, win, lose, or draw, either side, they win $3. The point is that the more that you have this number, the more the trade has to kind of go really close to going wrong for you. Okay? The higher to $50 that you get to, that's an ATM or an at the money. That means that, hey, you know, you're going right at the middle. You know, there's no possibility that it could be, if this was 58, you would see that this would be like 45 and 65. There's always going to be a bid offer spread. You see, so there's never really going to be a perfection of that spread for you. Okay, it's never in your benefit. It's like going to the casino. It's always in the house's favor, in this case in the market maker's favor, and or Nadex's favor to offer these things to be, you know, a little one-sided or the other. Now I'm saying that unofficially. Officially, it's that it's supposed to be fair, supposed to be even on both sides. Okay, but so keep in mind, if you go too low, there's a possibility that it's just too damn low, and if you win, it might get picked up and you might win, but if you lose one, you got to make up 8 of them, you know, just to do that, you know. So we've experimented with all kinds of numbers, from $18 to $22 to making it a decimal, putting 22.50 in there, doing all that kind of stuff. There's no one strategy that's perfect, okay? But what we have found is that if we use that modifier, it's like I was telling you, if you know what your success rate is going in, Euro JPY sitting at 94.9, that's I'd say 4 times the amount of the losing multiplier. So if it's 5.1, 4 times that is right around $22, right? So you want to be making $22. So I would come over and go 22, right? I would put in the 1. Now, because it's a buy, you'd have to do 22 of that. So that's 88. Oh, sorry. So that's $78. And you would simply press place order at that point. Practice with that mentality for a little while. See how that works for you. If you have a way already, stay with it. Don't try to change. Make small changes. It's like flying a plane. Make small changes to your course so you're not thrown off track. I'm Max Farrow. This is DexFxMarkets.com. I look forward to seeing you next time. And as always, trade well.